When most people picture a great restoration, they think about the shiny paint, the clean engine bay, or that freshly redone interior. And those things are awesome, but none of them matter if the foundation of the car isn't solid. A real restoration starts with the structure, the thick metal, parts like the chassis, subframe, suspension parts. Those all take stress, they absorb all of the road grit and grime, and they usually end up with the worst rust. If you ignore that stuff, the car might look great on the surface, but it won't hold up in the long run. The good news is that bringing those parts back to life are actually pretty straightforward when you use the right process. Today, our resident rust expert Cody will walk you through our absolute favorite method for top coating thick metal parts using our 2K Aero-Spray Epoxy Primer to build a tough, corrosion-resistant base, and then finishing it off with the 2K Aero-Spray Chassis Black for a durable, long-lasting top coat. We'll guide you through each step of the process so you can get a finish that not only looks good, but actually protects your project for years to come. And real quick, if you enjoy restoration videos or want more pro tips like this one, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check the description for links to all the products that we're using today. Now, let's dive in.
To start, let's talk about our blasted parts. So because we blasted and we got all of the rust off, we're actually gonna use the best system we've got, which is 2K Epoxy Primer and 2K Chassis Black. That's gonna give you the best corrosion protection, it's gonna be the most chemical resistant, and it's just gonna hold up the best. It's also gonna look great. It's gonna have like a showroom quality finish. Because we took that extra time with prep, we can then take that extra step and use the best system out there. So let's move into top coating these parts. We'll start with the 2K Epoxy Primer. We'll get these back in the booth, tack them, clean them one more time, and start painting. So up first, we have our two media blasted parts. I did want to take one quick second and note how their color is different because the large crossmember has been etched with our afterblast from earlier, meaning it has another layer of rust protection and it isn't going to flash rust if these parts sit uncoated for a few weeks. You can decide whether your project calls for that or not. Moving on, we hang the parts on the paint rack, and as a little bonus, I like to run a torch over these raw metal parts to remove any lint or moisture that may still be on the surface. Again, just a little bit of extra care here since we're going full tilt on restoring these parts. We've got our parts all prepped and ready to go. We're just gonna give them one quick rub down with the tack cloth. That's gonna get any dust that may still be on there. And then we're gonna coat them with our 2K Aero-Spray Epoxy Primer. Now what's great about this product, it actually has a catalyst in the bottom of the can. When you puncture this, that catalyst now comes out into the product. This is now activated. You have to use this within 48 hours or it's gonna harden in the can. But that chemical reaction is what gives it all of its corrosion strength and all of its chemical properties. It's just basically the same performance as what you'd have in a paint gun, right in an aerosol can. Now with that in mind, we do need to wear a true respirator. These have organic vapor inserts in them, and that's gonna keep us safe. After shaking the can for 2 minutes, we can start spraying. For epoxy, we like to do 2 coats wet on wet. This means going for nearly full coverage on the first coat, waiting about 10 minutes for flash time, and then applying an equally heavy second coat. You can see here how heavy we're applying this first coat and taking care to hit all the little pockets as we're going along. After it's nice and tacky, we apply the second coat in the same fashion. All right, so we just sprayed some epoxy primer down and we're about to spray our 2K Chassis Black on top. Now you might be thinking, don't you have to wait for that to dry and sand it first? Well, there's kind of 2 approaches we can take here when using epoxy. Number 1, just what I mentioned. Apply, wait for it to fully cure, and then sand it. If you're gonna be doing body work, that's the approach you'd wanna go with. The second option is to essentially use the epoxy as a sealer and then reapply our top coat within what's known as the recoat window. A recoat window refers to the specific time frame during which a new layer of paint, primer, or coating can be applied over another coat without causing any issues. For our 2K Aero-Spray epoxy, it's about 30 to 90 minutes after drying. After 90 minutes, you'll have to let it fully cure and then go with the sanding method. So with that knowledge, we can wait a half hour and start spraying our 2K Chassis Black on these parts. Pretty much the same application method here. We're going with 2 medium wet coats, almost all full coverage on the first coat. Waiting 15 minutes, and then finishing with another medium wet coat to make sure we have full coverage. After these dried for a couple hours, we pulled them down and they came out awesome. Now for this project, we're satisfied with the finish, but as you can see on this small cross member, there is still visible pitting underneath our top coats. If you want to take your project to the next level, you can deviate from our work plan and actually bodywork these thick metal parts. Let's use the Trans Am project as an example. After getting your part into epoxy, let it fully cure, then sand or scuff the epoxy. Next, apply a skim coat of body filler and then sand smooth. Once satisfied with the bodywork, coat with another layer of epoxy and then move on to the paint step. This will get you a perfectly smooth finish with no pitting left visible. So this is our absolute best method. Blasting, epoxy, and then 2K Chassis Black paint.
And that's our complete process for top coating thick metal parts. This combination of products and steps give you excellent corrosion resistance and a durable OEM finish that'll stand up to real world use. If you want to dive deeper into rust repair as a whole, we've put together a full in-depth course over at Eastwood University that covers every stage of dealing with rust, from evaluating damage to removing the corrosion and properly refinishing the metal. And if you're looking to expand your skills even further, Eastwood University also offers full-length courses on things like metal fab, patch panels, and even how to paint your own car. Start learning today, and hopefully we'll see you in class real soon.